What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiancé video, and this one right here is all about Mohammed and Eve, and how this man showed us his true colors and real plans towards why he's in a relationship with Eve. But before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, every single person that is a member of Patreon, and every single person that is a subscriber. And of course, you already know, if you want to get that early access, all you got to do is join the channel, and the link is down below in the description. But if you want that unrestricted and extra content, the link for that, or for Patreon, is down below in the description. And of course, if you want to become a subscriber to the channel to help us continue to grow as we propel to newer heights, you can hit that big red button for free, next to the notification bell as well, and the like button for everybody. But anyway, let's get into this because I've made that intro so bloody long. Anyway, let's check out exactly what went down this week on 90-Day Fiancé with Mohammed and Eve.
So unfortunately, babe, we're gonna have to push the wedding back like a whole other month because the one venue that I wanted fell through.
Are you kidding me?
And everybody's booking up these venues super fast.
I don't really care about the place.
Well, I do because I don't plan on getting married more than one time, so.
Oh my God. Why we can't have it in our backyard or something?
On a dirt patch in the backyard.
Why not?
Like a white dress on a pile of dirt. No thanks, sorry.
I don't feel good about it at all. You know, like, I want to be allowed to work, and this takes already 6, maybe 8 months after I apply. Thing is, if my mom already counting the days till I go back visit her, and I can't leave to get married first, so we can apply for my adjustment of status and then green card. So if pushing the wedding a couple weeks, that's will affect me seeing my family. That's very frustrated to me.
Whew, boy, I mean, listen, in a nutshell, let's break it down. It is evidently clear, based on his body language throughout that whole conversation, he was pissed. He was frustrated because the green card is going to be delayed. He even said himself he needs to get that green card before he goes back home. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. We can look at the logistics and we can say that maybe this is a general thing and maybe he's not here just for the green card. But the matter of fact is, this guy went from mentioning about how, you know, but I need to work and it would take up to 6 to 8 months maybe. Then proceeded to say, I also need that green card before I go back home to visit my mum. Now, here's the thing though, he even went as far as being quite disrespectful, if you ask me, in terms of how she said, well, I'm going to be wearing a lovely white dress and I don't want that in the back, in my back garden because it's going to be dirty and just scruffy. And he made it clear that he didn't care. For a man, when you're in a relationship and you're about to get married, if one of you shows a lack of care of someone's preference in terms of at least what they want to wear, that is a red flag. But the matter of fact is, these are conversations that you have at the very early stages of your relationship anyway. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the kind of person, if I'm having a conversation with someone, but to be fair, at the same time though, I've always said this though, I won't get in a relationship with someone who I can't see myself marrying. And that's why the conversation is always something that's had. And you're always going to have that conversation of, hey, so when you was a kid, when you was a little girl, what was your dream wedding? Then she'll go off and explain whatever it could be if there was one. And then I say, well, what about now though? What is your ideal wedding right now? Because I want to see if I can make you happy. I want to see if that's something that I'm going to agree with. And of course, women will then proceed to tell you what their ideal dream wedding would be. How this conversation hasn't been had is beyond me. Now, also at the same time though, this is the other aspect. The fact that he is a Muslim and she is not, a wedding will always be in conversation of, oh, so what type of wedding are we going to have? Is there any, Eve can be like, well, so would you prefer a more traditional wedding to yourself? Or do you mind having one that I would like? Okay, if we go for yours, then what are the logistics? So the fact that that conversation doesn't seem as if it was had as well is also a red flag, also very concerning and worrying. And then for Mohammed to be the person that throughout the season so far, to be so judgmental based on how she dresses and the way she lives and everything like that, you would think that a wedding would also be very crucial to him as well. I'm surprised he wasn't trying to push for a Muslim themed wedding, to be honest with you. But listen, let's go back a second. Let me show you something. Little steps within his initial reaction when she said, we're going to have to postpone the wedding for a little bit longer.
There is still some very significant things that we need to figure out before the wedding. So unfortunately, babe, we're gonna have to push the wedding back like a whole other month because the one venue that I wanted fell through.
Are you kidding me?
And everybody's booking up these venues super fast.
I don't really care about the place.
When he said, are you kidding me? I don't really care about the place. To be honest with you, this is another point that I'm going to also point out here. You know, there are times when I've hinted that there was a potential chance that Mohammed may just be trying to control Eve as well. Now, obviously here when he says, you know, are you kidding me? All that kind of stuff. It's like, hold a minute, a second ago you went from smiling to all of a sudden, oh, are you kidding me? No, it doesn't even want to be understanding. Doesn't even want to be reasonable. His initial reaction is legit flat out, are you kidding me? What? This wasn't a part of the plan. Man's got to get his green card real quick. Excuse me? That's the reaction he's going through right now. But let me tell you this, but let me show you something else though, because this is what happens later on within obviously this scene itself, within this scene itself in particular, which for me, myself in particular, gives me a massive confirmation that he's 100% now, not only that he's now most certainly trying to control her rather than trying to allow her to understand his ways, because I know for a long time I defended the fact that he's made it abundantly clear based on what he requires and what he wants, and these are conversations that he would have had with Eve beforehand, and these are conversations that Eve would have clearly agreed with, that she's now going back on. But of course, there is always two sides of the story, and there's always two sides of madness. So now we're entering the madness part of Mohammed, and this is the part where I say Mohammed is out here now, not trying to actually conduct things based on his religion, but now trying to conduct things based on just pure control, just like many people have done in the past. But hey, check this out.
You need to be a little more understanding that there's things out of my control.
Maybe you don't want to get married. Let me know so I know from now.
Well, if you're gonna act like that, maybe I should think about it.
So I can start packing my bags.
That's rude. I really want something special. I mean, this is our wedding. Even before he got here, I would send him pictures of venues and things like that, is my understanding.
We only have 90 days and we will be very, very close. So why we don't get married at the courthouse and we can file my paperwork? Why?
I wish that you could just take into consideration, like, like I want this to be special. I waited. I didn't even think I was gonna get married.
I didn't come to the United States to stay home. If she doesn't want to file this paperwork, why she bring me here? Like, I don't understand.
How many times has he used the card of, I can just go back home? And he's using it now in purely from controlling manipulation purposes now. Because the fact is, he had the audacity first and foremost to say that, oh, well, maybe I can just go home. That was step number one. Then after saying that, he then followed up by saying, not only can I just go home, or let me start packing my bags. Now, he said that bit because he wasn't expecting her response. So he's like, okay, let's put more pressure. She just said, what? Okay, let me put more pressure. In that case, I'm going to pack my bags. And she said, well, that's just rude, which is exactly what it was. And then obviously we go into the cutscene and all he wants to talk about is the paperwork. He referenced paperwork twice in that one little cutscene itself in particular. But in the whole segment alone, he has referenced paperwork 5 times. I mean, between 4 to 6 times at least. For someone that is pushing paperwork so freaking much, it can only tell you that there's only one thing that is the agenda, and that is the paperwork, not the marriage, not the love. It is the paperwork. But here's the thing though. Eve goes on by saying this, and I've got a perfect answer to what she says here.
If she doesn't want to file this paperwork, why she bring me here? Like, I don't understand.
I just don't think he's getting it. I don't think he's just getting them. This is a very special thing to me. I mean, for me, it's once in a lifetime. I practically waited a lifetime, didn't think that it was ever going to happen. So the fact that I even want to get married is a huge deal. I waited a lifetime, didn't think that it was ever going to happen. So the fact that I even want to get married is a huge deal. I don't think he cares. I think he cares about that paperwork getting done.
The question is though, is Eve going to now take that part seriously? Because she begins by saying, I don't think he understands. Dearie, he understands. It's just that what you just said is exactly what is the agenda and that what is the goal, and that is the paperwork. Bear in mind that paperwork word now has been referenced at least four to six times by himself. And now even Eve is saying it purely because it's now starting to register in her head. And the fact is, if these two did continue to actually end up getting married, then goddamn, I don't know why. Because it is very evidently that this man is only here for the green card and nothing else but that. But at the same time though, I wouldn't be surprised if Eve was trying to postpone the paperwork purely because she needs him to be at home for as long as possible, because of course he is now the nanny of the house, if you know what I mean. You never know. But either way though, the matter of fact is this: despite the wrongs that Eve has been doing throughout the season, and despite obviously, you know, the things that Mohammed has expected throughout the season, it doesn't change the fact that it is clearer than ever now that their relationship isn't based on necessarily love. Their relationship is based on her getting a man that is younger so she can have more fun time in the bedroom, as well as getting the bonus of having a babysitter. But at the same time, on his side, his relationship with her is based on him getting a green card to be able to go back, to be able to stay in America and go home whenever he likes to, and probably bring his family too at some point. And also that green card is also there for him to make money in the United States, so he can also send that money back home for his family as well, which is something that is a common thing as well. So it seems to me as if these two got two different agendas that clearly are starting to backfire on both of them. But hey, we shall see as the season goes by. And of course, if I hear anything that's happening with these two out of the season, I'll let you know. But nonetheless, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section. And don't forget, if you want to become a member of the channel, the link is down below in the description, as well as the link for Patreon. And subscribe, big red button, and everybody like the video. We are out. Peace.